right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another fun-filled, action-packed night with the VSpeed Contender Series. Brought to you by NEPA Towing and Recovery, FRT Motorsports, Butt Kicker, and as always, powered by Nitro. All right, so tonight brings us to Charlotte Motor Speedway and the purpose-built track of the Roval. So tonight these trucks get to go left and right. Let's see what kind of challenges that will bring to these drivers. Got a couple road race ringers in here tonight, so we'll see if they may come out on top. This track's definitely its own beast. So should be an interesting night. Now, of course, last week we had another one of those races where a little bit of strategy came into play. So at the I apologize. At Kansas. So looked like Aaron Bruce was going to start us off with the pole. Quickly fell, and Stephen Massey picking up his fourth win of the season, trying to keep up with Hunter there. So Stephen Massey was able to bring her home in first. Russ Bovair in second, and Hunter Kent in third, and Ryan Lang in fourth. Once again, Hunter, Ryan, and Steven show why they are actually currently still 1, 2, 3 in points. Those guys are just consistently up there every single week, and always show why they are in the positions that they're in. So let's take a look at this point standings currently. So of course we have Hunter Kent at the top there. Now he's starting to get a little bit of a cushion there. So he's got a pretty good little cushion over second place Ryan Lang. Now Stephen Massey with that win definitely picked up a few more points. It's only 10 points out of second place Ryan Lang there. Got Mr. Darren Bruce in fourth. Got Russ Bovair in fifth. Ian Doucette in sixth. Series sponsor Mr. Joe Zader in seventh. It's Rachel Hunt in eighth. Doc Stout in ninth. And Brian Helm round out the top 10 for the points so far. Now, once again, Cody is not with us tonight. I did see him last night. I thought he was going to be here tonight, but I know he went back to work and still wasn't feeling that great, so I hope he gets better soon. We'll see him on the broadcast. Continuing on with his fast ways. Looks like Mr. Hunter Kent actually at the top of the board currently. Richard Malagami in second. Stephen Massey. Definitely a unique track, that's for sure. While they get a little bit of practice, I know they only have a few more laps to go here. Let's go ahead and share the love for our sponsors. As always, we'll start out with Mr. Joe Zader and NEPA Towing and Recovery. Without those guys, we definitely couldn't do what we get to do every week. These guys wouldn't have the experience and level of drivers that we have without those guys. As always, Mr. Joe, we appreciate your support. Let's go ahead and give out a shout out to our good friend, Mr. Andre Greer, FRT Motorsports. Same with Mr. Greer, we always provides to the league. Always a good time with the move that helps us out. At the top of the board, Mr. Hunter Kent. Definitely on fire this year. It's going to take some really bad luck on Hunter's part for Brian and Steven to catch up to him. The track we go to. Malak's been turning some pretty decent laps here tonight too, so we might have a surprise winner tonight. You never know. Of course, Mr. Ryan Lang, he's one of our road course gurus here. Him and Doc Bowe. Of course, if Jordan shows up, he's going to be a tough one. Logan Kaj would be another one if he's here tonight. Doc's a really good road racer as well. I do think this track's a little challenging even for some of the road course guys. Definitely different. Of course, anybody that's watching any of the NASCAR races, you know that first corner is definitely key. course of road was relatively new. Really haven't quite sure why, with all of the great road race tracks that we have around the country, why they felt the need to do that. But here we go. All right, well, the red flag is out. Now everybody will get ready to qualify here and see what we can accomplish. Looks like we got 19 trucks tonight. Right along with Hunter Kent here. Let's take a lap with him. Way out of the fuel, out of the gas here, back up onto the track. All right. Starts and going. Stop it. Set it on the pole. Hunter's definitely going to be tough tonight. Take off the pace, not much. We're 1 and 2 in practice. Ryan Lang's up to third here. Ryan here. Massey. He's also then moved up into the third spot there. Ride with Stephen Massey here. Every week, these guys are just so consistent. Still keep Steven in third, Brian in fourth. Like, that's probably going to be it for qualifying. Like Hunter Kent's going to once again claim another pole for this season. Those bonus points that he keeps getting every week definitely makes a huge difference in that points lead he has. Probably not that much left to qualify in here. Just a couple minutes. Usually do a little warm up or do a little driver's meeting after qualifying, and then do a little warm up. So once that starts, we'll get our pole sitter up in the booth with us here. Take on tonight's race. Of course, it's kind of one of the brainchilds of Humpy Wheeler, which we lost recently. Legacy lives on. Now the trucks don't run here, so typically it's just the Cup cars and the Xfinity cars. So I don't really have a fastest lap for the truck. Fastest lap for the Xfinity car was Sam Mayer, back when he drove for Junior Motorsports 2024 drive for the Cure 250. And this will probably be a shocker for most people, but the fastest Cup lap is run by Austin Dillon. Did it in 2024 as well at the Bank of America 400. That is now, of course, that's in the current configuration that it's in now. Previous configuration, which would have been like 2019 to 2023, fastest lap was AJ Allmendinger in 2022. The Cup car, Xfinity car, was Ty Gibbs in 2022, and then the original configuration in 2018, Kyle Larson had the fastest lap in Cup. Chase Briscoe had the fastest lap in. So there you have it. Quick fact. So this track's been around since 2018, so it's still relatively new compared to some of the other tracks that NASCAR goes to. Kind of sounds like they're having a driver's meeting. Hear them. Maybe not yet. They must be talking to him pretty good here. Well, kind of there we go. Kind of sitting in the pit road now, so they should be getting done with the drivers meeting here in just a moment. Right. A little weird trying to do this without Cody. Sometimes it's hard to fill the air. Don't really know much of what to talk about. All right, so they are done. Let's see if we can get our pole sitter up in the booth here tonight. Hunter Kent, Jim up in the booth. How's it going, man?
What's up, Jim?
Another good lap there, buddy. You've been practicing?
I bet you I've got 20 laps around this track.
Oh, good Lord. This is definitely a unique track, a little different even for a road race track.
Oh, yeah. I was telling you last week I did not like this track, so if we can keep all 4 tires on it and keep her straight, we might be able to put this 52-car faster victory lane for a 5th time this year. So.
Yeah. Steven tried to catch up to you there, man. So definitely gotta get them bonus points too, because that definitely makes a difference.
Oh yeah, ain't no doubt. Gotta keep bleeding on Steven. Can't let him keep gaining on us.
That's it. He's coming for bear, man. He's ready to take you out on that on one of them hunts and just get rid of you.
Hey, I don't know. But.
All right, buddy. Well, good lap and good luck tonight. And I guess I'll talk to you after the race if you can make it happen.
All right, Jim. Hopefully we're talking to you in victory lane.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
See.
And there you have it. Our pole sitter tonight, Mr. Hunter Kent, trying to make it 5 for the season. Richard may become a spoiler in this action tonight. He's looking pretty smooth here tonight. Another one of those shootouts. see that coming now. Ryan's definitely going to be consistent. Steven's trying to catch up. All right, the red flag is out. So let's get these drivers lined up here and let's get ready to go green. All right, so tonight, Charlotte Motor Speedway, Roval. We got 66 laps tonight. Now, by the time we get toward the end of this race, I think she's going to be a little dark. I'm not really sure why they didn't really do very well with putting lights in the infield. I don't really think it was meant to do that. So, I think most of those races are in the daytime. Like I said, the trucks don't run here anyway, so I guess we'll just have to wing it. Shout out to the Stephen Massey fans in the chat there. So they're rooting for their brother. All right, Chevrolet Pace Truck just bringing them off. So tonight on the pole, we have Mr. Hunter Kent, our current point leader. Second place is Stephen Massey. Third place in points. I'm sorry, Richard Malagani, second, coming off second. Starting third is Stephen Massey, which is third in points. And fourth is Mr. Ryan Lang, which is second in points. Next row, we're going to have Jeffrey Price and Joe Zader. Next row is going to be Brian Helm and Aaron Bruce. Next row is going to be Rachel Hunt and Bernard Person. Next row is going to be Dean Doucette and Tim Marlowe. Next row is Doc Stout and Shane Posey. Next row is Doug Chappelle and Ron Thompson. Next row is Gary May and Gordon Martin. And last is the Marco Stars. Chevrolet Pace Trucks got him back stretch here. Getting everybody all lined up. Lights are definitely off on the Pace Trucks. They should be dipping on the pit road after they get around this corner here. And Mr. Hunter Kent's going to take him into green. Truck.
Green flag, green flag.
And the green flag is out. Hunter gets a good start. Richard Malagani is going to get a good start. Stephen Massey is going to have that preferred line. Going to be able to get around him. Good thing is we made it through the first corner. Oh no, we got a spinner here. Joe Zader around. Now of course here we don't, being it's a road course, no yellow flag. All right, so let's pick it up. We're riding with Joe. Just kind of came down, didn't know the 97 was there. Just kind of went around like any other trucks were involved there. So he was able to pull away. Back out front, Ken, setting sail. Ken, Stephen Massey, Richard Malagani, Ryan Lang. Feeling Doc's going to be in the top 5 for the night's over. After that spin on that first lap, Zader's back up to 10. 97 that was involved with him as well. He's 11. Dean Doucette's back here in 12. Past champion Ron Thompson. Here he made a little ways back. Marco starts, and Tim Marlowe. Yeah. Marco and Tim here together. I think Shane missed the start, so he's in the back here a little bit. Meanwhile, back up front, it is still all Hunter Kent. 4 laps in. I never could get going over those dirt turns. It always just threw me for a loop. So I definitely could not run the track very well. Everybody just kind of strung out a little bit. All right, so right along with Shane here. Looks like he gets into the corner here. A little too tough, locks up. And Doug Chappelle just kind of got him right there in that corner because he locked up that front tire. Out front, Hunter Kent has about 3.5 second lead over second place, Stephen Massey. No caution. Shouldn't be that bad as far as time goes. 7 laps in with 60 to go. Next week we'll see us in Chicagoland, back to an intermediate track. Should be a little more competitive. These tracks here definitely not everybody can run these road courses. After Chicagoland we have Talladega, Iowa, and then Phoenix. Should end the season. Currently, this is race 12. Now, notably, we have 7 drivers out here tonight. Gordon Martin's not here. Russ is not here. Ryza Logan's not here. My dog Lily says hi. He's over here wanting attention. I think last week was the first night that I got an iPhone. First day that I got one. Yeah, so been a week. Not really sure if I like it yet or not. Still getting used to. There's a whole lot of things it can't do that the Android does, but there's a few things that it does do that the Android doesn't. I think it's kind of a trade-off, all depending on what you do and how you do it. It's definitely been a new experience for me. The watch is totally different, the Apple Watch versus the Samsung Watch. Something that's definitely taking me getting used to. So I'll report back if I get to a point that I absolutely like it. I'm just not sure I'm going to get there. Hunter's opened up almost an 8-second lead over second place currently. I don't really see that racing together a lot. Back here in fifth. Brian Helm right there with him. Now, of course, here come Doc. I told you Doc was going to be in the top 5 at least before this is over with. He's trying to work on 6th place as we speak. Jeffrey Price is doing pretty good too. With that wreck with Leighton Zader earlier, and he's actually going around Doc. Ken out front. Stephen Massey in second. Right there behind him, of course, Richard Malagani in third. And Brian Lang in fourth. Got Mr. Darren Bruce in fifth. Brian Helm in sixth. Jeffrey Price in seventh. Doc Scout in eighth. Joe Zader in ninth. Miss Rachel Hunt in 10th. Two's in the pits. We got Gary May. A couple of leaders getting around here. And we have Mr. Tim Marlowe. Marco Starks right behind them. Kind of overshot the corner there a little bit. It's a common thing right there in one. Got a little bit of damage. Of course, back up front. Got Hunter Kent that put almost 8 seconds on Stephen Massey. Side-by-side action. title sponsor, Mr. Joe Zader and NEPA Towing. Great shot of the front stretch right there into the skyboxes at Charlotte. Grandstands. Man, Hunter Kent is just stretching it out. Shot from the cockpit. Back here to this race for second and third. Even starting to put a little bit of distance between him and third place Richard Malagani now. Bit of distance on fourth place Ryan Lang. Place Brian Hell. Doxton caught back up to him now. Little race going on here. Inside. It's going to take over 6 spots. Aaron Bruce is right here, right behind these guys. Out front. Man, second lead. Still 100 guess just as we do that, it appears that second place Stephen Massey had an issue. Let's just see if we can pick up what happened here. Well, see here. I'm trying to find it. Maybe he did crash. Maybe he just went into the pits. My system's lying to me here. Alrighty then, well, I apologize. Looks like maybe the system marked it as a wreck, but I guess not. Meanwhile, out front, of course, we have Hunter Kent with about a 12-second lead over Richard Malagani. Back to third place, Brian Lang. Looks like Brian Helm then caught up to him. Kind of racing going on behind Ryan there. Looks like Ryan had actually come in for a pit stop. That's what put him so far behind. Of course, he's on new tires now, so he should be able to pull away from these guys relatively simple. Currently have 3 people on the strategy. Steven, Ryan, and Doc have all pitted and only have a couple laps. I'm not sure because of how much of a lead they're having. Maybe cut this in thirds. Like Hunter Kent decided to do his pit run here. His 4 tires and fuel. 4 good years and some Sunoco racing fuel, and he'll be back at it. Down and away he goes. That will relegate Mr. Malagani to the lead. we'll see how far he stretches. Definitely have varying pitch strategies. Hunter was actually able, he was so far out front, he was able to make his pit stop and still come out in second spot. Still has a huge lead over Stephen Massey behind him. Not a whole lot of difference in speed. Maybe a second, but on a track this big, that's not really that much. So Rich is really not losing that much. He can kind of afford to run it all the way out. There are no cautions. Looks like just as I say that, he hits pit road. Of course, that will relegate Mr. Hunter Kent back to the got almost 20 seconds. What's now in second place. These guys are so strung out now, it's just almost like running practice laps. But after that round of pit stop, you got Ryan Lang right behind Stephen Massey here now. Of course, Richard Malagani came out of the pit street a few minutes ago. He's right there behind him. Ryan Helms. right there behind Steven Massey. So Steven definitely not gaining any on these guys. I just can't believe the command on this guy in over 20 seconds. That's crazy. Definitely putting on a show here. Wow, Ryan made up a whole lot of time there. Road race experience is starting to kind of shine through here a little bit. Ryan's catching up. Here comes Richard. Just starting to look good here. Starting to think when these guys are hitting these turtles. False thing of a crash. These three guys are just going at it here. Sideways, slinging it around like a dirt car. While these guys are being pretty nice, I'm going to take a pause for the call. I'll be right back. While I was away there, Richard kind of fell back a little bit. Not sure if he just missed the corner or what. Meanwhile, out front. Almost a 22-second lead over Steve Massey. Compared to Steve. A little bit faster through sector 1 and sector 2 this lap. Not much. Tad. Did have the fastest. Again, pretty good little chunk Doc Stout a lap down already. I have to say, continues the pace that he's on, he's going to lap majority of the field. Riding along in the Goodyear blimp. Get a big picture of the track. Run through the infield course here. Back onto the track. Sideways coming out of the corner. Got Nader and Doc back here racing for positions 6 and 7. Richardson moved up into the third spot. Ryan made a pit stop. sure if he just adjustments, hoping that he can make it up on the track. I think he's a little early to pit, maybe. I'm going to attempt this on the fly since we don't really ever get to show this. I am going to attempt to do the commercial for butt kickers since they are our sponsor. Not as good as I would like to have done it, but not so bad on the fly. For the love out the butt. everybody's just strung out all over the place. Hunter Kent out front. Steven Massey in second. Richard Rowley down in third. Then behind us, Ryan Lang pitted, so he's a little way back. He's catching up. Price kind of running by himself here. Vader Series sponsor in sixth. Knoxed out in seventh. Jeffrey Price kind of running by himself. Mr. Dare. Eighth. Ryan Helmet Diner Series. Out the top 10, 147. There really ain't a whole lot to talk about tonight. Brian Helm's been having a good run tonight. Looks like we have several cars off the track. Marco starts. Wallow. Sets off. Some of these guys on pit road. Look at my boy Jordan. Where you at, Jordan? I see you in the chat. Although I did see a picture on Facebook with the baby, so that's a whole lot more important place to be. I don't know what Hunter Kent did, but I tell you what, man. We're up to 30-some seconds over second place. Ryan Lang. Like Steven and Richie came in for their pit stop, so I put them back a little ways. back up pretty close to Steven again. They came into the pits together. Richard having a great run tonight. And of course, pitting early, that allowed Ryan to get a little bit in front of those guys. But he now has 7 laps more on his tires than they do. See if that makes any difference and can allow them to catch up. Steven right there behind him. He's coming pretty quick. So. Looks like Steven's been able to put a little bit of gap between him and Richard now. But whatever he did in the pits, it definitely helped him. Ryan's ahead of him in points, so he definitely wants to finish in front of Ryan. And there he goes. Caught Ryan quick. Right on by. So back to second place for Steve Massey. Hunter has that lead to almost 30 seconds at this point. Almost at the point that he could probably come in and pit. Be pretty close to not losing the lead. Talk much about him except for at the beginning of the race when him and Zader got into it, but Jeffrey Price has been having a really good run as well. He's been kind of up in the top 5 most of the night here, even with a little bit of Still out front with 18 to go. Mr. Hunter Kent with a commanding 26-second lead. Jimmy Babb is one of those drivers that are not here tonight. Of course, iRacing's favorite crew chief. But it looks like he is at an award ceremony for his job. Looking good with his wife. Definitely punching above his weight, that's for sure. Like Richards starting to catch Ryan here. We're going to have a race here shortly with those guys. Hunter's at such a blistering pace that he's lapped all the way up to 5th. Phenomenal race this race. feels pretty strong out at this point. Really nobody kind of racing around each other. Ryan's starting to get a little bit of distance between him and Richard now. Almost lost it coming out of the corner there. Killer save. Now, I'm assuming that they'll make it to the end here. Ryan was the first one out of this lead pack that came in. He may be slipping and sliding a little bit by the time he gets there. Meanwhile, Hunter's just cruising up front. See that sun starting to go down a little bit now, so it's going to be difficult to see. Mr. Ryan. Solid top 3, sir. Ryan, can you hear me? Okay, so what's going on with my mic here? Ryan. Oh, what is going on with my... Oh, there it is.
What's up?
What's up, man? Another solid run.
Oh, I got lucky. I didn't even realize until very end there I was going to be a lap short.
Yeah, so I put the camera on you just as you cut it off, and there was like 2.5 laps to go, and I was like, oh, is Ryan gonna make it or not?
Well, I figured it's like, and all the math was working out that yeah, we can definitely do 30 laps. I was, all right, when we got 30 to go, I'm pitting, and so I never even thought twice about it. I don't know why. I think all of a sudden my spotter or something said I was about out of fuel. It's like, no. So yeah, thank God for the clutch, and thank God for Rich spinning out or whatever happened to him.
Yeah, I know he was right there with you, and then all of a sudden he kind of faded back a little bit, and I didn't really. Cody's not with me tonight, so I didn't have a chance to go back and look and see what happened to him. So, but
Yeah, well, Hunter can take this win and the bonus points, whatever. Steve, me, and Rich had more fun.
I tell you what, man, I don't know what in the world he was doing right, but it was right, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was clear. I don't think anybody had anything for him.
Yeah, that thing was on rails. I was actually pretty shocked. I was like, wow, I didn't think he would win over you guys that bad. But anyway, but you're gonna lose a little bit of ground to Steven, not too bad, but at least you should still be able to come out in second spot. So
it's a point. I'm not worried about a point.
yeah,
I can give a point.
give a point here, take a point back. Next week,
give a penny, take a penny.
right? All right. Next week we go back to intermediate track. So, think you'll be able to hold your own again?
What do we got? Chicago?
Chicago.
Yeah, I like that track. That should be a fun race.
There you go. All right. Any shout outs?
Yeah, thank you guys and everybody that helps put this together. The people that sometimes watch, people that always watch, and the people that never watch.
Hey,
Been
man,
over there.
It's getting better, man. I think we had like 14 views at 14 viewers at one time on the stream. So,
Oh, live? That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, no lie, man. I was like, heck yeah, that's looking pretty good there. Most of them were rooting for Steven, so hey, you got to get your crowd together, man, so they can come in and cheer for you.
I don't need no cheerleader. I pep up myself.
All right, well there you have it. Third place, Mr. Ryan Lang. See you next week in Chicago, buddy.
See ya.
Mr. Stephen Massey.
Hey.
Another good run for you, man. There, you're slowly catching up here, little by little, with catching Ryan.
Yeah, literally a little. He finished third.
Man, what do you think? 100 tonight? Good Lord, that thing was a rocket ship.
Was he in this race? I didn't see him the whole race.
Oh yeah, exactly. I think he just checked out and said, "I'm gonna run some practice laps. You guys go ahead and race."
Felt like we got SVG'd right there.
Right. I'm still just kind of, I don't know what that truck had. I guess we're gonna have to pull him into the hauler so they can check him for grip packs or something, man.
Man, he was so good in that last really sharp left-hander hairpin,
Right.
like coming back onto the track, like literally about a 8/10 each time. And I mean, he was killing it right there. He had it figured out.
Yeah. At one time I was doing like the sector times for you guys, and it's like you said, that last sector, it was like every time it was eight, anywhere from 6 to 8/10. It was nuts. So
Yeah.
anyway, well, we're back to intermediate tracks next week, so that's kind of right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Get away from these pain Olympics. 'Cause this race hurt. Man, did it hurt. My knees are killing me.
Oh, I bet, man. That was a long race. That really was a long race, and this is a kind of a demanding track too. So
Yeah, we looked it up. The real truck race is running 67 laps there. We just ran 66. So we pretty much just ran a full length truck race.
Exactly. So anyway, so at least you get a better shot at it next week then.
Yeah, you can't complain with second place and hope to back it up next week.
Yeah, you definitely had some cheerleaders in the chat there. They were blowing the chat up. So
is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know if that helps or hurts.
Oh well, hey, at one time we had 14 viewers on the stream, so I was pretty happy about that. It usually only 3 or 4. So yeah, it's starting to pick up, get some people watching, and hopefully that'll help our sponsors and get some shout outs to all of the everybody that races. So if we can get everybody to at least bring one person and have them watch, man, we'll have a good little show going on.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. Keep sharing it and get people watching.
Yep.
Especially next week. It'll be a real good show.
Yeah, no, next week's probably going to be one of the best races we have. So, and then of course we're getting down to the last 4, man. This is race 12. There ain't 4 more to go. So you don't have a whole lot of time. You got to make some ground up on Hunter.
I don't think it's gonna happen, man. he's finishing either first, second, or third every week. So
yeah, I think he's gonna need some bad luck, buddy.
Yeah, and I don't want him to have that. He's killed it. He's locked in.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, any shout outs?
Yeah, I want to shout out you for broadcasting this thing, especially that whole race. Did you do it by yourself?
Yeah, Cody's not here. Cody's still not feeling great. So, yeah, I was trying to have to come up with some crazy stuff to talk about while I turned in the middle of that race.
Man, that's a challenge.
It really was. It really was. But, hey, it is what it is. It wasn't a bad race.
Well, shout out to you. You probably had the hardest job of all of us tonight. And then shout out to my brothers watching. Shout out to the Nitro Racing League. And then Hunter for keeping us honest, man. And Ryan and Richard, we were right there. Pretty much felt like the whole race. We were all within a few seconds. And one slip up, we'd all be right on top of each other. So shout out to everyone.
All right, buddy. Well, there you have it. Second place, Mr. Stephen Massey. And I called you Richard a couple of times, so I apologize. So
my brother told me.
All right, we'll see you next week in Chicago, man.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
Buddy. You too, man. Well, I didn't expect you to make them look that bad, but you really did, man.
That was a clean, old-fashioned butt whooping, son.
Wow. I have to say I'm impressed, man. I'm definitely impressed. That was amazing race, man.
Yeah, you got to give me credit for my road course skills now,
Yeah, exactly. I thought some of these road course ringers would come in here and pull a SVG on you or something, but nope.
Yeah, a couple of the road course that was a long race, Tim. My armpits are sweating. My brake foot hurts. It was 60. By the way, we just did a full truck race. The trucks come here, when the trucks come here, I think it's 150 miles. We just did a full truck race, basically.
Yep.
So, that's crazy. And no cautions. At least they have some cautions and they get, a little bit of breaks here and there. No, we just ran 66 laps of full focus. And this track really, really requires your full focus. If you just slip up for 1 second, you're either into the fence, you're off the track, you miss a corner. So all 66 laps, you have to be locked in and super focused to make it happen. And we were able to do that and put this 52 truck back in victory lane, get win number 5. And I don't know if I got the fastest lap, but I think we just got max points. So as long as I got the fastest lap, I think we just got max points.
Yep, you got the fastest lap too. So.
Well, I guess on to Chicagoland and
right
back to an oval.
Right. Actually, next week probably should be some real good racing though. So maybe a little more racy. But not.
Chicago's such a worn out track. All the bumps and everything, and you gotta kind of manage your throttle and manage your tires at the same time. So it should be a fun race.
Yep. All right, man. You know the deal. Any shout outs?
Yeah, just first and foremost, big shout out to you, Jim. Like I say every week, you don't have to broadcast these races, but you come and spend 2 hours of your time every Wednesday night to come broadcast us, and I always, it's either the next day or either right after the race, I go watch the broadcast. So just a big shout out to you, and I really appreciate everything you do. Big shout out to Doc, Zader, everybody that sponsors this league. Without them, none of this is even possible. So then every week we've got Southern Roots Productions on the truck. It's my YouTube channel. It's hunting, outdoor industry, anything outdoors. So if you guys are into that type of stuff, go check us out, Southern Roots Productions. And then big shout out Team Conti for the setup. So if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to do this week in and week out. So just a big shout out to all those guys. And I guess we'll go into Chicagoland with 5 wins and try to extend our points a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be much more that you're going to pretty much have it locked up, because I don't think they're going to be able to catch you at this point. It's going to take some pretty bad luck on your end for them to even get remotely close. So
we just got to manage it.
That's it. All right, well, there you have it. Win number 5 on the season for Mr. Hunter Kent here at the Roval. We shall see you guys next week at Chicagoland. That's it for Burnt Rubber Racing and VSpeed.